channel. Today I'm going to be preparing a stir fry, like a beef Shirataki noodle stir fry. And it's a recipe that I have in my recipe book that's coming out soon. For now, I'm going to finish up preparing the vegetables and then we'll get right into the video. Alright guys, so this is my Shirataki noodle beef stir fry that is in my recipe book. It is a low carb and a low fat recipe, so if you're dieting, this is a perfect kind of dinner that you could have. So first I cooked the beef fajitas, John Soul's brand. It's really easy to just throw in the skillet, heat and eat. I really like this for whenever I'm being kind of lazy and don't really want to cook my proteins. So there's that. And then I cut up some green onions, some mushrooms, some bell peppers. I already had steamed broccoli, so this is just what we're going to use. And then here is the meat that I was talking about. So the first step is take your Shirataki noodles. It can be any type you would like. So like this one's a fettuccine, it's the one that I have on hand, so that's what we're going to use. And the key to this is to rinse it really, really well. So you just take it out of the package, put it in a strainer, and then just rinse it with cold water until you get all that liquid stuff off of it. And then I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so now that the noodles are rinsed, I also like to take like a paper towel and kind of dry them a bit. We want them to kind of sizzle in the pan. This will help dry them out before you put them in the skillet. Okay, so I'm going to preheat my skillet. I also like to take some of this cooking olive oil spray and just spray the pan. Just 3 or 4 will do. And then I'm going to throw these in there. You hear that sizzle? Then I also like to use tongs to kind of toss them around and help dry them out. They almost sound a little squeaky when you're cooking them. Okay. Okay. So we're going to let that cook for a few minutes, and then we're going to add our mushrooms, let those cook down, and our bell peppers. Sorry, I'm reading off of my phone so that I don't miss anything. You almost want them to start browning a little bit and start to get a little crispy on the edges. So we're just going to cook for another minute or so. Okay, so now it's time to add the mushrooms. I'll throw those in there. And a few slices of bell pepper. And we kind of just want to let this cook until the mushrooms get soft and brown, and the bell peppers are starting to get a little soft as well. and kind of talk about the recipe book and why I made it and all that good stuff. So, as a teenager, I had no idea what I was doing in the kitchen. I would actually have my mom cook things for me at age 17 because I was afraid of grease and I didn't know how to cook anything. So, whenever I moved out of my house after high school, I had to learn to cook. And I bought my first recipe book or cookbook from Taste of Home. Actually, my mom bought it for me. I had called her over the phone and I was in the bookstore and I had asked her if she would buy it for me, and she did. So that was my very first cookbook, and it led me down this path of passion with cooking and baking and just being in the kitchen. It's like where I live. Like I live in here in this kitchen. I spend most of my time here, seriously guys. So when I got into health and fitness, I would research all these recipes like low carb, the best healthy recipes, you know, just trying to figure out what I was supposed to eat. And over time, I have come across a lot of recipes that I like. I've come up with things that I've created myself, and then I've also just tweaked things that I've found, and that's pretty much what this book is about. So in the book, it has the macronutrients for each recipe. So it's got your proteins, your carbs, and your fats listed, as well as the calories. And it's not like, they aren't recipes for a family. They're more for individual, like 1 serving or 2 servings, or this makes 4 servings. It's more individualized, I guess you would say. So let's say you do have a family and you would like to cook them one of these meals, just times that recipe by how many servings that you want, and then make it that way, and then you can separate it into 4 servings. So I wanted to create this to have a whole lot of recipes in one place for people who are maybe trying to diet but still want to eat really good food. So that is what I wanted to create. That's what I did create. I hope that you guys enjoy it too. And like I said before, it is in process. Hopefully we can have it before the middle of the year. That's my goal. So, all right, let's get back to this recipe. The mushrooms are pretty much brown. The noodles are crisping up. So let's add our next ingredients, which will be the broccoli. And I'm just gonna toss some of this in there. It's already cooked. Let the skillet will kind of crisp up the edges, make it tasty. So we're gonna do the beef, and I'm actually gonna weigh this out because I'm gonna be eating it later. So we do 3 ounces of this. And then next will be the teriyaki sauce, and then this liquid aminos. It's pretty much like a soy sauce, but I like to use it. So I will use 2 teaspoons of the teriyaki sauce. I just sprayed this liquid aminos to taste. Himalayan pink salt. It's just something that I've always used. My go-to. Use it on everything. I don't use too much though because this and the liquid aminos has a lot of sodium in it. Pepper. And these are just to taste, so whatever you prefer. You just kind of stir it around. Mix it all together. And then we're going to add it to the bowl. I like to use big bowls because, you know, if you're a messy eater, it's just better that way. I like to top mine with some of this toasted sesame seeds, and I just do a teaspoon of these. And then just a little bit of green onion. And that's it. So, very large portion of food, I think, at least for me. And this will contain 23 grams of protein, 23 grams of carbs, and only 4 grams of fat, coming out to only 220 calories. So, if you're dieting, this is a great option. If you're not dieting, this is also a great option. You could always use regular noodles and still make the exact same recipe. So you can always change it up according to your goals. You buy the book while you're dieting and you use it because you're dieting. Well, you can still use it, just add, instead of shirataki noodles, add pasta, or in some of the other recipes, instead of cauliflower, add potatoes, or there's just a variety of ways that you can switch it up. So there's that. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do another one of these for a protein dessert, so stay tuned for that. And thank you guys for watching. Here editing my video, and I just wanted to apologize for me being so awkward. I'm trying to get more comfortable on camera, but obviously that's going to take some time. This is only my 4th video, so yes. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment letting me know if you tried the recipe. So, thanks.